Hey, everybody. What up, though? How y'all feeling? Everybody good? It's your man, your friend, and family member, Brandon Lee here. Everything on this channel is alleged and, in my opinions, for entertainment purposes only. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged and, in my opinions, for entertainment purposes only. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged and, in my opinions, for entertainment purposes only. So listen, y'all. I'm at the house just chilling, and, I check the blogs pretty much every day. And so I went to one of the sources that I use on my channel, Media Takeout. Now, of course, Media Takeout is like a needle in a haystack, okay? So sometimes I get it right, sometimes I get it wrong. But check out this news, though. Exclusive, Kenya Moore getting fired from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm going to read that headline one more time. Exclusive, Kenya Moore getting fired from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. The season finale of The Real Housewives of Atlanta aired last night, and we got some exclusive tea surrounding the future of the cast. Media Takeout spoke exclusively about the ladies and their future with the legendary show, and we got some explosive tea. According to a top Bravo executive, the cast is preparing for a major shakeup. And while Bravo hasn't made a final decision on which women will be asked to return, we're told that Kenya Moore has likely seen her last day as a member of the Bravo show. The insider told me to take out bluntly, Kenya is out. She won't be asked back next season. And the insider explained why. She continued, Kenya is one of the highest paid cast members and she hasn't been worth it. Everything she does is too contrived and she doesn't allow cameras into the most interesting areas of her life. Kenya and Candy are the highest paid, so cutting them would free up the budget to spend on more things like extra episodes, better trips, or an overall better production. We're told that Marlo, Drew, and Sheree are locks for the new season, and Sonya will likely be asked to return as well. Kanye is out. I think they meant to say Candy. Candy is out according to our insider, and Candy is still on the fence. So wait, hang on. Let me reread that because y'all, that's the way it reads on the website. So I think they meant to say Kenya is out according to our insider, and Candy is still on the fence. The insider explained Candy may return or she may not. Maybe she'll be rather a friend next season. It's really about budget and how much she's willing to bring next season. Kenya seems to be feeling the potential firing looming. As Media Takeout reports, she gave a recent interview with Carlos King where she made many disparaging comments about her employer. So, what is my take on this? Well, I think for one, if you watched the interview with Carlos King and how, Kenya Moore said that, she's bored and, you got to give her something to work with. Not to mention, too, in part one of the interview, she talked about her mom and how she has always been trying to find a way to be accepted because her mom did not accept her, right? So I will say this. I think a lot of times in life, we do look at a moment of a person, we judge them for the totality of who they are. And so I think what has happened is because we have seen what we've seen from Kenya Moore on the show, that has dictated everyone's movement of Kenya Moore, right? But in part two, where they talk more about housewives and things like that, or maybe this was in part one, but I feel like part one and part two were basically a blending of the two. It's always part one is more personal and then part two is more of the show. But I think this was in part one where, Kenya was like, okay, you know what? If something's not working for me, I know exactly how to walk away. And she was talking about how her and Portia were two non-housewives taping for weeks. And so the producers asked Kenya just one more scene. And Kenya said, you know what? If you guys allow me to take this one more scene, you do not choose me, you cannot use any of my footage and you cannot use me. And they chose her, right? So her So her background is in psychology rather, and creative arts. That was her degree. She loves creating more than being on camera, right? So, she was the Barbie doll of the 90s, the black Barbie doll of the 90s, excuse me. And so she wanted something new, so she drove to Atlanta. Of course, Miss Lawrence, who was a legend in Atlanta, a legend in these streets, as as just a figure in black culture and pop culture, right? So that connection led Kenya Moore, along with some trials of auditioning, to her being on Real Housewives, right? And so, to me, I think with all that being said, I think that Kenya Moore is probably at the point of, you know what, I've done more than enough and I'm ready for something new. Now, could she try to stay in with NBC? Absolutely. I think that she probably could do a overall talent development production deal rather, where she can do movies and TV, because it does seem like that, for this amount of time, that she has done more than enough of what she came there to do. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, that's why I truly do think that she has done all that she can do. She's ready for the next chapter. Now, do I think that she is actually fired? Eh, yes and no. I think that she could be fired because she wants to leave, right? And I say no, she may not be fired because who else is there that is that known, right? You have Candy Burris, who is known for Escape, who is known for Candy Coated Nights, who is known for her entrepreneurial spirit, and Kenya Moore for being Miss USA, and Kenya Moore hair care, and her always standing 10 toes down in, showing up, coming through, and executing the assignment, right? So, out of those two ladies, who else do you have that is that palpable to be known? So, yes, she could be fired, but I think she could be fired because she wants to go, and I think she's built up enough social capital rather that she's like, you know what? If y'all want to fire me, that's fine. But I think Kenya Moore would leave before they would fire her. That's really my take. So yeah, this is from Media Takeout, y'all. So take it with a grain of salt, okay? Take it with a grain of salt. And with reality TV, y'all, they shoot 12 to 14-hour days most of the time. Different, these different circumstances are produced by producers. So remember in the article when they were talking about better trips, right? One of the things, and now this is something that I heard, I can't confirm nor deny this, but like I said, everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. One of the things that Bravo has done is they have teamed up with the tourism boards of, the United States and internationally, where, for example, let's just say that the housewives want to go to Vegas, right? They would team up with the Las Vegas Tourism Board to be able to, offset the cost of, hotel and food and, activities and everything else, because it's a barter, right? We bring the Real Housewives of Atlanta to Vegas. That gives y'all social capital, which turns into financial capital, and it's vice versa for us because people will watch us. So that's one way that they have done it. Allegedly, in my opinion, it's for entertainment purposes only. Let's see what else here, because there was a lot in this article, right? There was a lot in this article. Extra episodes. I think you know Bravo usually does like what, 13 to 16 to 20 episodes. The typical episode order for television is usually 13 episodes. And then they usually do a three-part, reunion, or as in this case for season 15, it will be a two-part reunion. So I don't know what extra episodes that they would like to do. I mean, Maybe that they might want to do some extra episodes on Peacock to expand the social capital for what Peacock could be, maybe. But I'm like, I don't know. And then overall production, does that mean that maybe y'all get to get into better places because you guys have more money to rent out the place? Does that mean better wardrobe budget? I mean, what does that mean for overall better production, right? So I think that's where I'm kind of coming from with this is that, okay, just because you fired Candy Burris and or Kenya Moore doesn't mean that the problems are going to be fixed, right? Because as Nene said, and this was just her prediction, she even said that they're not going to do this, but that Bravo should go to the girls and say, all right, it's been nice knowing y'all, goodbye, and start over. Yes, that's a solution, but no to that being the solution. So let me rephrase that. Yes to that being a solution, but no to that being the solution, right? Because at the end of the day, season 16, Sweet 16 is coming, right? So Real Housewives of Atlanta is a part of the black culture, pop culture lexicon where it's one of those shows where even though people may not like it right now, if it got canceled, there would be a uproar. Okay, listen, it would be a uproar because it's one of those things of like, okay, I don't watch it, but I expect it to be there on my TV. I expect the community to be bringing unity to the community. I expect, to hear the big moments that make the headlines. You know what I mean? So it's been on for a decade and a half, and they expect that to stay there because at the end of the day, television television is like your favorite car, right? The model may change and be upgraded with new features, but they like the consistency and the quality of how that car drives and gets them from A to B um and gives them a space of convenience as they get to their destination. Because really, we look at reality TV to, for, and of an escape, right? To be able to, get away from our problems. So that's why I think of all that. So, yes, y'all, Kenya Moore allegedly maybe getting fired from Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is from Media Takeout. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt, y'all. Media Takeout gets it right and gets it wrong sometimes. So that is it for another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Pit Stop. One love, much love, all love. Bye, bye, everybody.